Hi everyone, and welcome to Gamersyde. This is Driftwood speaking for this new Gamersyde offline. As well, not as usual. Sometimes I get to be accompanied by Daphne when we're offline talking about games, but this time I'm on my own. Everyone's at work but me. Well, I'm actually at work somehow since I'm talking to you guys, and I'm going to present you the PC version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is something that I wanted to take the time to do for a few minutes at least. It's a pretty demanding game. I don't know if you've read anything about it, but it seems to be, well, from what I understand, from what I've seen, CPU bound. It's clearly not just the GPU that is going to prevent you from playing in higher resolutions with all the graphics options maxed out, which is something that usually isn't really possible. I mean, if they push the graphics options to the maximum, there's a reason, and it's sometimes that it's not ready for higher resolution, very high resolution, and very high frame rates. But what you can do, which I'm not going to do, I'm not sure I can do that. Maybe I can actually show that during the stream. Not sure if the game needs to reboot or not. Is you can actually play at 30 frames per second, which some PC players are going to just scream or yell at me for saying that. But the thing is, the 30 FPS option is actually quite smooth. So if you really want to play in 4K and enjoy all the graphics options maxed out, well, it's probably your best choice, unless you have a very recent CPU with 6 cores. Mine only has 4. It's an i7 6700K and GTX 1080 Ti. So also, if you have the latest GeForce NVIDIA cards, might be easier for you. But like I said, it's really a game, open world games in general, you're going to need a very powerful CPU, and mine is probably a bit too old, well, you know, considering again what the game can do. So basically here, for the display option, I chose to play in 4K, but with a resolution modifier of 70%, which is, yeah, a little bit above 1440p. It's probably 15 something p with well, 60 hertz, because the TV is 60 hertz anyway. FPS limiter, I'm not sure it's really useful. There are HDR settings that I can use right now because I'm recording this, and well, HDR cannot be used, but the game really looks mind-blowing in HDR on PC. It's compatible and it works, and yesterday I spent, well, most of my day and evening playing the game, and I was blown away, even though I played the Xbox One X version for about 40 hours. So, you know, and the PS4 Pro version for maybe something like 10 hours or 8 to 10 hours because I started the game on PS4. So, you know, it's a really good looking game, as we'll see. And as for graphics, something that I found was probably a good compromise was to use the adaptive and anti-aliasing, so that it can actually lower down the anti-aliasing. So you know, when the frame rate cannot hold steady 60 frames per second, it actually lower it. Shadows are on very high, and then that's the only option that I lowered down. That probably should lower down the environment details, as in the cities, the big ones, and even like, you know, small ones, but with many details and some people around, it tends to drop a little bit. It's never too strong. You notice it though, so, you know, depending on what you can actually bear, you'll decide to do that. So the rest is just fully maxed. So terrain, clutter, fog, water, screen space reflections, volumetric clouds, texture detail, and characters. Probably could lower this one down. When I did, I didn't notice anything, you know, but you know, I'm not playing, I'm not stuck to my TV screen. It's quite close to me considering the size of it, but it's not that close to me. It's not like a monitor, like a PC monitor. Ambient occlusion also set to max, and the depth of field, which you probably know by now. Quickly a little tour of the menu. So the map, as you can see, I have not discovered much of it yet, although I actually went to places I never visited on Xbox One X, which is probably the reason that motivated me to actually start over on PC, and probably to keep playing on PC, even though, you know, I'm beyond chapter 5 of the main story on Xbox One X, and it's actually a blast. I'm surprised, because I thought I would suffer from Assassin's Creed fatigue. You know, even there was a break before Origins last year, but then, you know, it's another one very quickly, and I thought it felt very similar in terms of environments and everything. But I guess somehow I was wrong, or I just been enraptured by the games, and the more I play it, the more I want to play, and it's a bit of a surprise. And I never actually thought that the game would be terrible or bad, but that would probably be just another Assassin's Creed game for me that I would not have the time to play. And here I'm considering starting the game over, although I actually have played 40 hours on Xbox One X, which for me is a big deal, because I don't have that much time, you know, to actually play and complete games that are so long. So the map, pretty big map, as we showed on the English live stream the other day. And yeah, many places I haven't visited yet on PC, but still many places I have never visited at all, so that I'm looking forward to actually seeing. The quest, not too many quests at the beginning of the game. I have a few that I cannot try because, you know, they're too high level. My inventory, so you can see Cassandra, because that's really the character I like. I don't really like the way Alexios sounds in English. Not sure how it sounds in other languages, but in English it's, you know, it sounds a bit dumb in a way, I'm sorry to say. So Cassandra is a very good character, at least, you know, in my book, and that's probably also one of the reasons that I like this game so much, that the characters are, you know, secondary or main characters are pretty cool. And it's been a while since I said that, you know, about an Assassin's Creed game. It was also, you know, always something to say about the characters. The abilities, 3 different trees. Hunter, which is basically the bow, and the bow, you know, abilities you can unlock. Warrior, which is more about, you know, fighting with your swords or axes and things. And Assassin, which is about killing people in the shadow with some sort of magical powers, you would say. Like this one that I like very much. It's not realistic. You can actually teleport yourself thanks to a spear, and it's you know, makes stealth sequences a bit easy, but at least you can understand why the AI won't react in time, because you're, you know, so quick, and you can actually chain several guys like that. And it's a really deadly power, that ability that I would advise you to take, unless you really want the game to be very realistic. You know, same goes with some other moves, like this one, using your arrows to, you know, it's about to rain arrows, and you kill your enemies. And then, of course, you have the abilities that are linked to the character itself into the story. You know, using your eagle, which, you know, the eagle is going to be upgraded, so to speak, as you unlock viewpoints, which also unlocks fast travel options, which is very convenient in such a big world. But also, you know, the leap of faith that's been really modified, in that when you reach level 20, which I did on Xbox One X, you actually become, well, invincible when you jump from very high places. You can do just like that guy from the Mordor series, which actually was a game that was borrowing a lot from Assassin's Creed in the animation and stuff, so I guess that's only fair that they would do that. But it's pretty dumb, that it's pretty stupid that you can do that, but it makes traversal even more fun, so it's fine by me. And then you have the possibility to actually switch weapons during combat, which I haven't not unlocked yet, because you need to reach level 15, and things that you can, you actually knock out people and then recruit them or not, if you want to be, you know, if you don't want to be lethal. And well, defensive maneuvers, and the combat system actually is pretty cool when you play at 60 frames per second. It's not bad at all on consoles, but it makes it, I don't know if it's me or because I'm used to playing it, but it makes it more precise and even more satisfying to me. Now I can play at 60, so it's a great bonus to me. The ship, because you have a ship, and that's also great news, because Assassin's Creed Black Flag had, you know, those great moments when you were on board your ship, just traveling across the seas, and it was really something that you actually find in Sea of Thieves, except, well, in Sea of Thieves you can do that with friends, and not here. But so you can upgrade your ship using the resources you have and the money you actually make. You know, making it possible for your arrows to be reloaded faster, or your javelin throws also, but also to you know, the weapons can be also can cause more damage. You know, fire weapons, fire arrows also. You can also enhance the ram. You know, so when you ram another boat, it can inflict more damage. You can also enhance your hull so that you can actually have special lieutenants you can add when you board another ship. And these two girls actually I met. You can basically recruit anyone you well, almost anyone you run into in the game, even enemies in camps. But those two actually there were side quests related to those two characters, and that I completed. And at the end of the side quest, I offered them a job, and they joined me, and they come with perks. So all, you know, those you can actually recruit will give you perks. Will give your boat, your ship perks, and it's also nice. And you can also actually change how the boat, the ship looks, which is also a nice thing that you can unlock in the game. There is no figurehead at the moment on Xbox One X. I had one. I think it was a lion, I think. And even your crew can be actually personalized. Here I'm using something that I got on Uplay, but there's a, you know, Spartan armor in the game at some point in the story. And you have another thing about the mercenaries, like in Origins. Every time you're not, you know, you don't behave properly, you have yeah, they want to get you for a good price, and you can beat them. You can actually meet them before they look for you, and you can attack them if you want to. For example, here, get their weapons or armor sometimes, and you know, it's just something else that makes it you know, even more surprising when you're just attacking some place and the camp, and suddenly you know, there's a bounty on your head, and suddenly there's one guy showing up and another mercenary showing up if you keep just, you know, killing people. And it makes things quite complicated, and, you know, it's you're never too sure how things are going to unfold, and which is great. So there's another tab that's not available right now, which is the tab about the Cultist, which is of course a big thing in the main story of the game. There's a cult that is yeah, the main nemesis here, and you have to uncover the identities, the identity of all the members, and there are many of them, and for that you need to find clues in the world, and you have like small clues to give you directions, basically show you, okay, in this region of the world, if you find a silver mine, you're going to find a let's say a chest, and inside the chest you'll find information to know who that person is, because they're, you know, hiding behind a mask. And once you do, you actually unveil the person, and you can track them and kill them. And that's like part of you don't necessarily need to do it to finish the, you know, one of the arcs of the story, but that's one of the arcs that will give you another ending. So it's, you know, it's, everything is more or less thought to work well together, and I think that's one of the main strengths of the game. So finally, here's a quick look at the PC version running. So I'm sorry, because the recording, I'm using the preset for the live stream, so it's not really good quality, but there will be a high quality videos direct feed that will record properly, obviously, to accompany this. This was more about showing you and telling you about it, and also explaining why actually I'm having such a great time with the game. again to my surprise, because I never really expected the game to hook me up that much. So very nice place here. You can see that's coast. Actually, I'm going to show you a few pictures that I took yesterday. Not because I want to brag, because they're not incredible, but they're mine. So no, that's is it the first one? I think, yeah, it might be. No, that's not the first one. So it's a pretty cool one. Just, you know, didn't do much with it. Just thought that it looked very nice and that I could grab a screenshot. Another one. So the yellow ones are mine. So there's one here with a tree. And just, you know, I was playing in HDR, which doesn't show here obviously, but it looked amazing. And sadly, I can't record anything in HDR. Daphne actually has the device. Is it mine? Oh yeah, it is actually. I didn't remember this one. No one actually likes my pictures, so if you happen to see, oh yeah, there's someone actually like this one. Oh, it's a pretty cool one. When I arrived here, I was, you know, my mind was blown. I was, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And with HDR, it looked even better. And believe me, it's true, because, you know, sometimes I'm not too sure if I can see HDR properly, but when I actually played the game after, without HDR, I was like, okay, there's a clear difference. So this is another one of my pictures, and then you can also, you know, take a look at the pictures of the community. It's pretty cool on this one. But what we're going to do now is we're going to head to a red lake that I think was also a very nice place to show. So don't mind the horrible compression of the video, especially with the grass and everything. It's not going to look pretty, but the point is to, well, you have the FPS counter that I actually have, mirror release action. You know, might see drops here and there. Usually not in the, you know, in the country, more like in the towns or bigger cities it happens. Although I'm not quite sure exactly what's causing the drops. Like I said, I'm suspecting the CPU to be the reason. I'd like to actually purchase a more recent one. Problem is it's very expensive, and I'm not going to use the money of the website. So if I do decide to get one, it's going to be on me. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, so why not try to fight the bear? So you can dodge. I have a pretty fast weapon here, and bears are not that dangerous. They don't like arrows, actually. If I could try, I'd like to. If I could manage a perfect dodge, there would be a slow motion, and then I could. No, I'm not gonna. Obviously, it's not gonna work when I need to do it. But oh, ooh, ouch! Ooh, nice sort of ass lifting toward the end, and yeah, killed a bear. But that was the same level as me. Oh, and here's the lake. So maybe not the best light here to arrive. It's, you know, at the end of the day, it could look even more amazing. But first time I got here, I was like, wow, this is a place that I've never seen before. And you know, it's sure, some places look, well, it's not that they look the same. It's like, you know, beaches with white sand and, you know, incredible water. And villages and stuff. Sure, the architecture is similar, and the basically the landscape is a bit similar, but everything feels pretty unique. And sometimes you get to a place where it's different, because, you know, the colors of the fall in the trees, or because it's more of a sort of a place where there are volcanoes, or there's a bit of snow, and I really like that about the game, is that it, you know, actually makes you travel a lot. So let's wait until maybe not night. I think it's going to skip night, or maybe it's going to, well, just we're going to see different. Yeah, it's night, so you can see how it looks at night with the moonlight. Maybe I'm doing too fast for the compression too. And it looks very, very nice. But that comes with a price, like I said. You know, it's a demanding game, so let's wait until the sunrise. Yeah, and still no rain to be seen, and I'm just going to show you maybe one or two things more, and then I think that will be it. Okay, for example, what I could do, there's a very small camp here, really small, with a cave actually. So probably are people inside. There are 4 people, 4 guys outside, maybe some more inside the cave, or maybe the cave is just a small one. And I'm going to show you, well, it's actually not 4 guys, it's 3, and there's a hostage or someone who's being bullied apparently. And I'm going to try and show you that you can use that incredible ability to teleport yourself here and then to chain your attack here. Problem is, they were too strong for my attack to work, so then I can show you the combat system basically. So here I've, you know, it's not as deadly as some other weapons, although I can charge my attack, but it's fast, and when I time the dodge perfectly, oh, there's even a wild animal coming to the party. Sorry, to go over there. Crowd control, I would say, although it'd be nice if we were next to a cliff. Oh, I need to fail almost live. So this actually shows you that when you're too confident you can die. This never should have happened. If I check my health bar, I have also an ability that allows me to actually get get a bit of health back. It's the first stage, so it's not too much, but I should have survived. My bad. Blim would have loved that. He would have said, okay, this is the best way to actually end this video, but I'm going to play just a little bit more. Well, like I said, you might be surprised because you can actually kill enemies in just one shot with a spear, but the thing is, because they're the same level as me, yeah, it's not that surprising that it's not working. You know, the secret, the hidden blade doesn't always work with those enemies either. When their, you know, level is too close from yours, you don't kill anyone you want in just one blow, and that's the RPG element. So here, yeah, you can see that my stealth attack is not going to kill him. But if I, you know, continue, because I'm fast, he's not able to react. And so one thing is, I wonder if, no, don't stay here, because you're going to be a collateral damage. Am I going to die again? So, oh, it actually worked. A little bit. The big guy actually dodged it. Oh, it's just a shame that I cannot use another weapon without just switching to the menu system. Oh, let me counter attack like this. Oh, there's another one. Come in. Let me finish with your friend. Come on, don't be. Oh no! Oh, so I need to roll. Yeah, so I can get rid. Should have taken like a bigger weapon. Oops! This is what I call a. Maybe because of my fingers got mixed up. I'm just not going to do the same mistake. Hopefully, or maybe I will. I need to wait until the end of the cooldown. I'm taking my distance. Okay, getting rid of health. Oh no, come on. Okay, got rid of the guy. Oh, sort of missed my kick. Oh, one thing I actually noticed also on PC is that sometimes the finish moves, they were a bit buggy on consoles, and here I've never actually noticed anything. You know, every blow is where it should be, which obviously is nice. So archers usually aren't that strong. Oh, I missed. And she poisoned me. I hate those guys. Yeah, oh, that's a lot of red. And and you cannot actually counter the animals, so you need to be faster. There you go. Can't say I, show you my best skills, but yeah. So is there anything inside? Ooh, there's many things to loot. Well, there are 3 treasures to be found in the area. Oh, the last one is here. And the location is completed now. One of the many locations. Just a little bit of a shame is, most of the unknown locations are either camps or forts or, like enemy bases. It's not always like that, but it's, yeah, mostly what you'll find. And, yeah, it makes sense, they're at war. There's actually a place for a big battle here. And another fort over there, and you can kill goats and deers to get that skin. You can use to upgrade your ship or your equipment, which can be upgraded too. It's just that you find so many different new sets of equipment and things that upgrading, like let's say armor or even weapons. It's it's going to help you not. You won't have to actually change your gear for maybe 1 or 2 levels, but it's you're not going to keep them forever, so it's a bit less interesting than say in a game like Dark Souls, to name just but one example. So, well, I think that wraps it up. I could show you more. I could keep playing, but I think considering the quality of the video, it's probably better if I just stop here and show you this very nice place, another place which is nice. You've seen a little bit of combat. Can't say that I was very effective in terms of when it comes to stealth, but it's yeah, unless I take a few more minutes to actually show you a stealth sequence, maybe where I should go to, for the main mission. Although some might consider it spoilery. I'm just going to die for now. A few drops. Nothing to, it's not too big a deal really. It's just minor drops, and it's very quick like this. And again, a lot of places to actually discover and to visit and explore, and it will feel very lively, and the attention to detail is pretty amazing. And yeah, again, from what you've seen in the other videos, it looks different. I mean, you're entitled to have a different opinion, obviously, but I actually think it looks different from what I've shown before. And it's a town I actually visited. I think it was maybe this morning or yesterday, a little bit, just quickly. Didn't do much in the town. Just walked around like this. Probably unlocked. So there's the house of Pinder here. Is it the house that we can actually loot? Are there enemies? No. Few problem with the frame rate. I think again the CPU, many things going on here. Many NPCs. you might want to lower down the environment setting so that it's you don't get those drops. Which, you know, again, I played in very high. As for the the environment quality setting was set to very high for a few hours. Didn't mind a bit. And my TV's big, and I'm close to the TV, like I said, so it's really not something that should alarm you. It's not because you cannot push everything to the max that that the game is performing poorly. It's more that, yeah, your equipment is not just ready for everything maxed out in very high resolutions, and that's something you have to accept. Now look at this again, and the clouds look even more amazing with HDR, with the light behind them like that. It's really nice. Well, let's just fly around a little bit more. Not sure I'm going to show any stealth. It's been 30 minutes, which is rather short for a video where I actually talk, because, you know, I'm a sort of a chatterbox, if you believe what Blim is saying. And if you point in this direction, just like in Origins, you can actually fast travel there without using the menu, which is nice. Although you need to use the eagle, obviously. The boars are a pain. I mean, they're deadly, and they're really aggressive. Now, thankfully, they're not like that in real life. At least those that are next to my home. Although, to be perfectly honest, I've never actually run into any of them, so I wouldn't really know. I'd probably freak out if I saw one for real, because I know they can be pretty dangerous. Just the deer, even on the main path, they can attack you, and they just won't let go. And suddenly, you try to run away because you don't want to kill them, and then you have to just stop and kill them if you want to continue, because they actually are determined to kill you. So there's a lake here. I think it's a lake, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a lake with an island in the middle. Very nice. You know, places I'm actually looking forward to visiting very soon. So yeah, I think that's it for me now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, you know, there are comments on YouTube, on the website. I'll be happy to answer if I can. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, and see you very soon for more content on Gamersyde. Bye bye.